a virus that turns humans into mindless monsters in just 12 seconds and spread so fast that within hours it brought the entire country to its knees. Now, the infection is everywhere. Imagine being trapped on a high-speed train where every single car is crawling with speed demons hungry for your flesh. There's no exit and no weapons. And to make it worse, thousands more are waiting to ambush you at every single station. In a rolling death trap like this, can anyone actually make it out alive? Especially when the survivors include a clueless little girl and a pregnant woman who are caught right in the middle of the carnage. How will they ever survive? Well, the nightmare starts right now. Outside, the attendant is busy checking tickets, completely missing a girl who just scrambled onto the train. She's twitching like a glitching video game, looking like she's totally losing control. The doors slam shut, and in that second, the countdown to hell begins. Inside, the train is packed. It's a total zoo. As they pull away, a little girl stares out the window just in time to see an attendant get snatched and dragged to the floor. She's paralyzed with fear. She wants to wake her dad, but he's out cold. Suddenly, a passenger reports someone freaking out in the restroom. The girl follows the attendant, who finds a homeless man shaking like he's seen a ghost. He's losing his mind. Meanwhile, in another car, that infected girl is desperately tying a tourniquet around her leg with her stockings, trying to stop the change. But it's too late. She stumbles into the passenger car, looking like a straight-up monster. She collapses, hitting the wall head first. Nobody realizes this train is about to become a rolling death trap. Nearby, a guy blocks the bathroom because his pregnant wife is inside, telling Suan to use the next car. At the same time, Suan's dad, Seok-woo, finally wakes up to a vibrating phone. He sees his daughter is gone, but answers a work call first. Classic mistake. Then, he hears it. The sound of frantic footsteps racing through the hallway. Something is dead wrong. He jumps up to find her. Back in the main car, the TVs are screaming emergency news. The attendant is trying to help the unconscious girl when, bam, the intercom goes dead. The girl's body snaps violently. She's gone. She's a full-blown zombie. The girl lunges, and the infection spreads like wildfire. She pins an attendant, biting deep. Chaos explodes. A baseball player tries to help his friend, but his girlfriend watches in horror as the infection takes over his body in seconds. It's a bloodbath. Passengers are shoving each other, trampling people just to get away. Seok-woo sees the stampede and follows the crowd, only to watch a zombie sink its teeth into a man's neck right in front of him. That's when the reality hits him. This isn't a riot. This is an apocalypse. He grabs Soo-an and hauls tail toward the back cars, but they're everywhere. Near the restrooms, a tough guy named Dong-chok calls his pregnant wife out just as the horde charges. He tries to hold one back, but the zombie goes for the kill. Seok-woo and Soo-an narrowly escape while Dong-chok power slams a group of zombies into a room and locks them in. He sees one mutating on the floor and screams for his wife to run. Finally, they reach a safe car where everyone is glued to the news, realizing the nightmare on TV is now in the next room. Dong-seok and his wife are still being hunted. An old man in the safe car starts screaming to shut the main door. It jams. Seok-woo fixes the switch but waits, trying to give Dong-seok a chance. The crowd turns into a mob, yelling at him to close it. He's forced to make a brutal choice. He slams the door shut, leaving the couple trapped outside with the monsters. Soo-an is screaming, but it's over. Outside, Dong-seok is fighting for his life and his wife's, praying someone opens that door. And Seok-woo watched. Seok-woo notices something huge. These zombies are brain dead. They can't even operate a door handle. He tells Dong-seok to keep the door cracked, while his wife uses water and newspaper to black out the glass. Just like that, the zombies lose sight of them and chill out. But while they're fighting for their lives, that old snake from earlier starts blaming Seok-woo for everything just to save his own skin. Total coward move. Then the conductor announces that the world outside is going up in flames and they're skipping the next stop. The old man actually tries to bribe the attendant to stop anyway. Talk about entitled. Suddenly, Seok-woo's phone rings. It's his mom, but this isn't a check-in call. The monsters broke into her house. She's been bitten. Even with the virus taking over, she's still worried about him. Then, the line goes dead. Seok-woo is crushed, but he's got no time to mourn. He has to keep Soo-an alive. The train screeches to a halt as the government declares a nationwide pandemic. The conductor announces their last hope, Daejeon Station, where the military is supposedly waiting. But Seok-woo has an ace up his sleeve. He calls a high-level government contact and trades a few stock market favors for the real intel. Don't go to the main exit, the officer warns. It's a trap. Use the the east gate. My guys will meet you there. Seok-woo thinks he's being slick, but the homeless man nearby hears every word. They pull into Daejeon, and the place is a ghost town. While the passengers creep out, that selfish old man tries to convince the conductor to ditch everyone and drive him straight to Busan. The conductor isn't having it and goes to warn the group. Seok-woo starts heading for his secret exit, ignoring the warning signs. Suan is confused. She wants to help the others. That's when the homeless man spills the beans, revealing Seok-woo's secret plan. When Suan tries to warn the group, Seok-woo stops her, telling her it's every man for himself. Suan looks at him like he's a stranger. You only care about yourself, she says. Ouch. Meanwhile, Dong-seok hits the escalator and finally sees the help. The military is there all right, but they're all turned. The entire squad is a pack of high-speed military-grade zombies. It's a bloodbath. The soldiers are faster and more aggressive than anything they've seen. A horde lunges at Suan, who's frozen in terror, but Dong-seok teleports in and saves her at the last second. Chaos hits 100. Survivors are sprinting for the platform while Seok-woo gets tackled. He barely survives by jamming a book into a zombie's throat. Dong-seok stays behind, playing the hero and helping people reach the exit, while the homeless man actually steps up and saves Seok-woo's life. They're running out of time as a massive wave of the undead closes in. The moment Seok-woo reached them, everyone worked together to slam the main door shut. Holding back the horde is a nightmare. The numbers are just too high. At the same time, the survivors finally reach the train, only to find out the virus beat them to it. Zombies are already inside. As the conductor sprints for the cabin, that selfish old man is already looking for a chance to slam the door on everyone. Then, total chaos. The glass ceiling shatters, and a literal rain of zombies falls from the sky. One elderly woman gets pinned, but two strangers pull her onto the moving train just in time. Because of the madness, the group gets split up across different cars. Dong-seok's wife spots someone she thinks is a survivor and helps the little girl and another woman inside. Turns out, the zombie she saved was actually the homeless man. Close call. Meanwhile, back at the station entrance, the real heroes are the men holding the door shut. Without them, nobody makes it out, but the glass is cracking. They have to run. The train is already picking up speed. Some athletes try to jump on, but one gets snatched mid-air. Seok-woo reaches out to help, and after a tense struggle, he and Dong-seok finally pull each other to safety. That moment changes everything. The tension is gone, and they finally trust each other. The conductor gets word that every station is dark. Their only hope, Busan, but they aren't safe yet. The survivors are scattered. Dong-seok's wife is trapped near the doors of car 13 with the little girl and the homeless man. They're surrounded. The cars on both sides are packed with the undead. They dive into a tiny bathroom to hide, but a zombie spots them. The entire horde charges, and they're seconds away from becoming lunch. Dong-seok gets a frantic call from his wife and realizes they're in car 13, while he and Seok-woo are stuck in car 9. The three men make a suicide pact. They're going to punch their way through 4 cars of zombies. As they hit a tunnel, the plan is set. They charge into car 10, Dong-seok playing the tank while the others watch his back. But when they hit car 11, Taejun freezes. The zombies in front of him are his own teammates. Dong-seok has to step in and do the dirty work, but these zombie athletes are faster and stronger than the usual shamblers. Just as they're about to be overwhelmed, the train hits another tunnel. Suddenly, the zombies stop. They're just standing there, confused. The guys realize the weakness. These monsters are blind in the dark. A baseball rolls, and the zombies snap toward the sound. Seok-woo baits them by hitting a metal rack with a bat, and the trio slips past. But the second they hit daylight, the hunt is back on. For car 12, Seok-woo goes full genius. He sets a phone trap. As soon as they hit the next tunnel, they creep behind the seats. Seok-woo leaves Dong-seok's phone at the far end of the car and dials it. The ringtone blares. The horde lunges for the noise, and the 3 survivors successfully slipped through car 12. The squad finally hits car 13. It's an emotional reunion in the bathroom. Dong-seok's wife and Suan finally see their heroes, but there's zero time for hugs. They're 10 feet away from a horde, and they just exited a tunnel. They check the map. The next tunnel is 2 minutes out. It's do or die. By now, the beef between Dong-seok and Seok-woo is officially buried. Dong-seok admits he was wrong. The soulless fund manager actually has a heart of gold. Meanwhile, in car 15, Jin-hee gets a text from Taejun. We're coming for you. She's hyped and tells the group, but that snake of an old man flips the script. He starts a literal witch hunt, convincing the terrified passengers that anyone who survived those cars must be infected. It's total brainwashing. Fear beats logic, and suddenly, the survivors are the villains. The train hits the next tunnel. Seok-woo sees the overhead luggage racks and goes full mission. Impossible. The group quietly crawls over the zombies in the dark. It's working until the homeless man loses his footing and crashes to to the floor. Game over for the silence. The train bursts out of the tunnel into the light. The zombies lock on and charge. Seok-woo risks everything to drag the homeless man to safety, while Dong-chuk plays the anchor, holding the door shut with brute strength. As zombies try to squeeze through the gap, they reach the door to the safe car, but it's deadlocked. Taejun is screaming, pounding on the glass, begging his friends to let them in. But inside, the passengers are literally holding the door shut from the other side. The manager even smashes Jin-hee's phone when she tries to help. Some of these people are actually smiling while their friends die outside. It's a bloodbath at the door. Dong-seok is a beast, but he's overwhelmed. Then, the unthinkable happens. He gets bitten. Taejun is still begging, his hand nearly getting crushed in the door as the mob inside pushes back. In the middle of the madness, an elderly woman sees her sister trapped outside and tries to break the line, but the crowd shoves her away. Jin-hee fights like hell to reach the door, but she's outnumbered by the cowards. Surrounded by all those selfish people, Jin-hee couldn't do anything. Dong-seok's infection is a total heartbreak. His wife is shattered, just wanting her kid to know who their father was. Before he turns, Dong-seok gives his unborn baby a name and begs Seok-woo to protect them. The glass shatters, and Dong-seok holds back the horde with the last of his humanity, while the virus takes over. On the other side of the door, pure cowardice. Manager Kim is still trying to keep it locked, but Seok-woo finally bursts through and pulls the survivors in. One elderly woman loses her will to live and lets the zombies take her, and that's the final straw for her sister. She stares at the selfish mob, realizes they aren't worth saving, and opens the door to the zombies. The car is instantly overrun. The cowards trapped themselves. Outside, the world is a literal war zone. But there's one spark of hope. The military has secured Busan. The driver finds a fresh engine, but the yard is a mess. Manager Kim and the conductor crawl out of a bathroom, and Kim proves he's the ultimate villain. He shoves the conductor into a pack of zombies just to buy himself a few seconds. Then, a massive train wreck flips everything over, trapping Seok-woo and the girls under the debris. The homeless man makes the ultimate sacrifice, holding off a swarm so the others can escape. Seok-woo hauls tail, clearing the engine just as the zombies breach the windows. They scramble onto the moving engine, but the undead are literally hitching a ride. A massive chain of bodies is dragging behind them, slowing the train down. Seok-woo kicks them off one by one, fighting like a man possessed. He reaches the cabin, but the nightmare isn't over. Manager Kim is inside. He's bitten, half mutated, and begging for help before he turns and lunges. In the struggle, Seok-woo gets bitten. He manages to throw Kim off the train, but the clock is ticking. Seok-woo finally realizes how selfish he's been. Looking at Suan, he knows he's out of time. He teaches Dong-seok's wife how to stop the train, then turns to his daughter. Suan is sobbing, begging him to stay, but he walks away to protect her. As the virus takes his mind, he flashes back to the day she was born, and for the first time in years, he's truly happy. He lets go, falling into the tracks. Finally, the train reaches Busan, but the tracks are blocked. The two survivors walk into a dark tunnel, unaware that snipers are locked onto them. The order comes down, take the shot. But then, a voice echoes. It's Suan, singing the song she practiced for her dad. The soldiers realize they're human and rush in to save them. It's the song he never got to hear. And that is how this masterpiece ends. Honestly, this movie hits like a freight train every single time. If you enjoyed the recap, smash that like button, subscribe for more, and drop a comment on which movie we should tackle next.